I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over in this daggone break room, y'all. Oh, boy. All right, y'all. Y'all see the title, okay? And we're going to get into it. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the break room, y'all. I know it's been a couple days. I apologize for that. But I wanted to get on here real quick. I haven't been able to really catch a lot, but I was trying to, check some channels and see what was going on with the internet, y'all. And I was just like, nothing. It's not too much of anything. I mean, it's a lot going on, but in our little circuit of the sector of our little circuit of YouTube with these moms, it's not really much going on that I saw. I did see a couple things about Jasmine. I peeked in on her. I don't know. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the break room. Y'all make sure y'all clock in. Hit the like button for me. I appreciate it if you do that. Baby, I just don't know anymore. I said, you know what? It's been 6 years, and I've said to myself, I have been following this story called My Jazzy Life for quite some time. We've been following that story, Liv's life. We fell off Strong Mommy Chrissy. We fell off her a while ago. We peek in on her every blue moon, but I haven't been over there. I think the last time I was over there, she was beefing with DeMarcus's other baby mama, and I haven't been back over there since. Okay. Thank you, Jones. But I went over there and I said, Jasmine, sis, when did you move to the projects? Honey, I was walking by and I said, skirt. Maybe I moonwalked back and looked at the title again. I said, did I miss something? I said, when did you move to the projects? Did I miss something, y'all? Ariana said, I'm tired of her. Nisha said, who in the projects? Girl, Jasmine got a video up here, say a day ago. Said, our morning living in the projects with 5 kiss. It's chaos. I said, what's kiss? What is that? What is a 5 kiss? Did you mean kids? I said, Jasmine. Sis, it has been far too long for you to keep with the misspelled words, sis. Now, goddamn. Now, come on now. Now, back in the day, Jasmine, back in the day, we was like, okay, all right, sis, all right. Well, maybe you're a little slow. Since now, you used to blame it on the cell phone. You done got a couple new cell phones since back then. Since why are we still misspelling words? You don't proofread. Who don't proofread their title? Even if you put the video up and then you come back to check the views, to check the comments, you never look at your title? Since this video's been up for a day, kids is not even spelled right. And I'm not an English teacher, but it's just like, at this point, as long as you've been in the game, why are you still misspelling words? And then I'm like, projects? Girl, what projects? Now you in the Jasmine, when have you been in the projects? You've never been in the projects, sis. Even when you was Philip, you wasn't in the projects. I was like, you know what? Thank you. Look, I said, you know what? It's over. It's over. Jasmine, we have tried to try to revive your channel. We have tried to do CPR, mouth to mouth. Girl, we have even got the ambu bag out and tried to resuscitate. But at this point, sis, there's no Jasmine, you do not live in the project, sis. So why are you putting just because everybody else who's putting that in the title, they actually are living in low income housing. Even Loved by Erica with the roaches. For the few months that she was over there, she actually was living in some type of apartment. Either it was the projects or should have been the projects. But it doesn't, I just like, what is this? But your pleasure, she's not trying to get my attention. She needs to get the attention of hundreds of thousands of people. There's only 3.5, or what is this? What did I say? 3.2? 3.2 Ks on this video in a day, which essentially for YouTube, that's like almost 2 days. Yeah, no, but I said, oh my God, Jasmine, sis, this is bad, girl. This is bad. If you go on here and put project, just search the word projects or living in the projects. Just search that word. Girl, there are plenty of people with very nice views on their videos. She's seeing project video getting views and she clickbaiting. She was just sleep on life. Not sleep on life. What is wrong with her? What is wrong with her? I don't even think she's glorifying it. CR. Jasmine sees it getting other people views, so she's trying to copy that. But Jasmine, I understand wanting to get attention of new viewers, but you also have to remember the viewers that are already here. So the majority of the people that are going to watch your channel is the ones that are already watching. Now, obviously, because you got an audience already. So since your current audience already know that you're not living in the projects. Now, not y'all say she was asleep on live. What? Hold on. Stop. Stop. Back it up. Back it all the way up. Why would she sleep on live? Who goes to sleep on a live stream? You mean to tell me the girl is boring her own self to the point she falls asleep on her own live? Not she was asleep on her own live stream. Who goes live to go to sleep? Well, sound like Jasmine. Um, Jasmine, what you say your name is? Jazz Marie. Sis, at this point, these idiotic statements and comments, if yeah, sis, it's played out at this point. It don't even count anymore. It's whack. It's played out. Nobody cares. I'm gonna keep talking regardless if the people want to hear it or not. Girl, I mean, at this point, go play in traffic. I, y'all kill. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, let's move on. So I said, well, I guess, girl. I mean, I guess if she was asleep on a live stream, that is so funny to me. Not sleep on a live stream. Why y'all keep saying Sam Sam? What's going on with Sam Sam? Why do y'all keep saying that? Right, sunshine. You think so, Daisy Marie? You better not say that, girl. You better not tell. You better not tell Jasmine to get a job. Her audience will come over here and snatch your soul. Okay. You better not tell these ladies on the internet to get a job, girl. The people will come snatch your soul. If you tell somebody go get a job, girl, you better not tell them that. Mm-mm. You better not tell them that. I'm telling you, girl. You cannot tell these people stuff like that. You tell them to go get a job, girl. Honey, they will snatch your entire soul. You cannot tell these people that. So I don't know. I just saw that and I thought that was funny. I was just like, well, I didn't know Jasmine had moved to the projects. My thing is, um, since you don't live in the projects, you live in a house in a neighborhood. It's not the projects. So I get it, but yeah, girl, these honey, it's okay. Anyway, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, y'all over here trolling me instead of y'all should be out somewhere. The reason why I'm live is because I get paid. Now, the reason why you're here, I don't know. I have no idea. I get paid to go live. I don't know what y'all be doing. But anyway, let's move on. So then I skipped over there to right, clock it. Girl, it'd be amazing to me. Anyway, let's move on, y'all, because I don't got time for that. So then I peeped over at Sky real quick. She said everybody in the house got the flu. She said she got, well, 4 of the kids got the flu. I guess 4 out of 7. I see she back wearing that rubber wedding band, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. I said, so he was over there buying you the tote bag purses and other purses. He never thought to stop and spring for you. I don't know, a metal, a metal band. Y'all still walking around with the silicone bands? I said, well, I mean, all right, girl. I'm child. If it works for y'all, it works for me. I didn't understand that, and I was like, jeez. Rubber wedding bands, Miss Jones. That's what they are. I said, well, I mean, I guess, girl, if it's working for you. And then he went and got, because I think she got a pink one, and I think he either got a black or a blue one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, baby, the rubber silicone bands. I said, well, I guess not even a CZ girl. I mean, he couldn't even went over there. He could have went over there to Temu and laced her up for probably, I don't know, $30. One of them bags. I mean, because my thing is this: if you're gonna buy the imitation bags, why not spring for a CZ rings? You know what I mean? I don't know. I saw that, just that little part when she put her hand up and had the little pink silicone. I said, oh, y'all still doing that over there? I said, okay, girl, if it works for you, it works for us. So then I'm gonna go back real quick to Jasmine, and then we're gonna get on. We're gonna talk real quick about Mahogany and them. Okay. Now y'all just for a moment take a look at this photo. This is a live stream that Jasmine did a couple days ago. I saw this today that she went live. Well, she's been live a couple times in the last few days, but this one in particular. And I just want y'all to focus in on the refrigerator. If you open this up, what do you call that? Zoom. If you zoom in, and a lot of y'all know how to zoom in. If you zoom in on this photo, let me see, can I? No, I can't. Look at the deep freezer, the refrigerator freezer. Let me say that. In this segment, she was going to get some broccoli. And when I saw this part, That's what made me screenshot it. I said, Jasmine, that freezer is just as hollow as it want to be. You got 5 kids over there, baby. Where is your food? Now, we know that Jasmine has a deep freezer, right? Yeah, somewhere maybe in the garage or somewhere like that. I can't remember. But she has a deep freezer. But I'm pretty sure that the majority of food is not in the deep freezer. Most people would keep the majority of the food in the refrigerator freezer, and then they would put their overflow in the deep freezer, right? Most people would do that. Now, this is the same woman that said, um, if you get food stamps, you should be able to fix your kids' lunch and send them to school. You don't need free lunch. What, ma'am, based off the way your refrigerator freezer is looking, you shouldn't make anything but groceries to put in that damn deep freezer. Cause I was like, God, and in the live stream, you see her standing at the freezer and she's like rustling around in it, and it was just as hollow. You could tell it wasn't. I mean, just look at it. Most people, if they have food in their freezer, like Liv's life. When Liv opened up her refrigerator freezer, and see, Liv don't have a deep freezer. She just got one refrigerator and it has a freezer on top. When Liv opened up her refrigerator freezer, honey, it be so much food in there, it's falling out. And I said, where is your food? And ma'am, I don't know, y'all. I just saw that and just instantly I was like, where is your food? And let's be honest, y'all. The kids are only there, the oldest 4 are only there 2 weeks out of the month. Girl, you are not cooking up all that food in 2 weeks. So I was like, lots of space for ice and anything else. I said, baby, that thing is just as hollow as it want to be. I thought that was hilarious. I said, Jasmine, as a woman, how come you don't make your house a home? Like everything's so empty over there. I don't know. She just, and y'all, here's the thing. I don't watch a whole lot of mommy creators. Essentially I started with the moms, the ones that we've been talking about for a long time over here. That's who I started watching. And over time we've incorporated a couple of more. But for the routine of watching mommy content for my reactions, I haven't really incorporated a lot. I mean, obviously, y'all, there's hundreds and thousands of people on YouTube that are moms that create content. But I was just thinking to myself, like, golly, Jasmine, like, at some point, sis, even Olivia, even if half the stuff is from the Goodwill, at least she tries to put stuff in her house. And, Olivia's a pack rat too, but at least she tries to make her living space homely. Jasmine's been in that house almost a year, and it looked like she just moved into that thing 2 weeks ago. It's odd to me. As a mother, why wouldn't you pride yourself in fixing up? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I got excited about decorating my house and buying new, rugs or curtains or wall hangings or changing the bathroom around. And like, you know what I'm saying? When I would see cute things when I'm out shopping, so I can, oh, that would look cute on my wall, or that would look cute in the bathroom, or that would look cute. I would buy things because, what most people, when they walk into their home, they want their home to feel homely. Nothing, Jenny. No, it doesn't. It gives dorm room. And maybe not even so much dorm room, because I've seen plenty of dorm rooms that are very well decorated. Um, yeah, Jenny, I do too. You said live apartment echoes. Let's see. Jasmine House is like a bachelor's pad. Yeah, not a bachelor's pad. I don't know. I find that odd how she's never like she don't buy any rugs. And you know what? I, some people don't like rugs. I'm a rug person. I love area rugs and I love rugs. So I'm a rug person. Even with carpet, I still like rugs. I like it to accent the room. Depending on how your house is decorated or your room, let's say it's I don't know, the living room, it can make your living room pop. Now some people are not really rug people, right? So I get that. But for me, I like rugs. And I'm not saying that Jasmine has to be a rug person cuz I'm a rug person. But my thing is she not a rug person and a wall hanging? Because she doesn't have either. Is she not a rug person? Is she's not a wall hanger? And she doesn't like curtains? Like, mm-mm. You too, Miss Jones? Yeah. I don't know. Everything in her house is sponsored, which is cheap. I do remember the Rena Center rug. Girl, Sunshine, how can we ever forget that? Like, that is synonymous. That damn rug that y'all said she rented. Oh, my God. I don't even want to believe it. Oh no, who said that? Jeez. Winter. Oh God. One panel curtains. Yeah, that's true. So let's switch. I don't know. Like I said, you guys, when I went over there to Jasmine, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was thoroughly bored. Y'all even sounds like she's bored with her own content because y'all were just telling me she fell asleep in her latest live stream. She fell asleep on live. Like, imagine you being bored with your own content. I said, poor thing. Um, yes, Alexa, that rent-a-center rug that Jasmine rented, this was some years back. This was probably, I don't know, 4 years or so ago. It was a long time ago, but we're like elephants. We'll never forget about that rented rug. Oh my God. Oh, just thinking about it, just so let's change the subject real quick. So y'all know, was it last week? We were talking about the Jacksons of Atlanta, Mahogany, and her neighbor Jasmine, and now the husband, um, coming out exposing Mahogany for her poor parenting. And y'all know the conversation we were having over here in the break room was primarily about the children, right? Primarily about the Winter said Jasmine needs bigger furniture. The child, not only does she need bigger furniture, she just need more of it. I don't know. So, well, apparently the other day, maybe a few days ago, there's a reactor on in this sector, Marissa Starr, did a tell all interview with Mahogany's neighbors. Yes, with Jasmine and her husband. And there was a lot of tea spilled, okay? And what I found out that I didn't know is that the Jasmine, the neighbor, has 3 children. And Mahogany, I remember telling y'all this the other day, and this was well before this interview happened. I just kind of felt that listening to Jasmine. Essentially, Mahogany was latching on to Jasmine to basically use her as a babysitter. Do y'all remember last Sunday I said that to y'all? I found it odd that Mahogany, a woman with almost 1 million followers on one social media platform, would just sashay her ass across the street and say, "Hey, neighbor, would you be my friend?" I found that kind of odd because I'm not saying that she can't be friends with people that are not content creators, but there's a lot of mommy vloggers in the city of Atlanta and the surrounding areas. And something just made me feel like, because remember I said to you guys, essentially everything that Jasmine was telling us about her interactions with Mahogany was always about watching Mahogany's kids. And it wasn't that she was watching one or two, she was watching all 6 of them at times. And definitely the 4 younger ones that are not in school. So the biggest thing was leaving the kids home alone. And what we all found out is that in the state of Georgia, it's not against the law for your kids to be left home alone. Something about their maturity, depending on their maturity level or something like that. And so I was just kind of like, I mean, I've seen some pretty mature 4-year olds, at least their vocabulary is very mature. But I don't think I would leave a 4 or 5-year old home alone, but I guess there's not necessarily like a law, but there's some type of addendum with the Department of Family and Children Services when it comes to children and the age level that they could be left alone for. So I didn't watch all the interview. Another channel came up in my recommended who actually watched the interview, and she was giving her synopsis of the interview. She said the interview was done very well. And all I'm thinking now, no, I'm just going to be honest. I'm just like, I said this to you guys the other day. I don't understand why Mahogany won't just go back to Virginia, where she's from. I mean, it just, repossession of the vehicle, eviction of homes, not any help from Justin, don't have a support system. Anytime you got to latch on to a neighbor across the street from you and you're very new to the neighborhood, it just sounds like you don't have a strong support system. We know she has a support system because when Mahogany moved into this current house where she befriended the neighbor, Mahogany's mother and her grandmother came from Virginia to help Mahogany move into this home. So you got a support system. Anytime your mama and your grandmama leave one state to come to a whole nother state to help you move. So, but I don't know. I mean, me being her neighbor, if I was Jasmine, I told you guys before, I understood Jasmine calling the police and CPS because her and her husband were made aware that the kids were being left home alone. The coin game went live yesterday. Oh, okay. Coming to the internet, spilling Mahogany's tea. I mean, it definitely put Mahogany on high alert, right? No matter where Mahogany moves to moving forward, I don't think she's going to try that anytime soon, leaving those kids home alone. Um, Hold on. Okay. So, but my thing is not the neighbor doing interviews. I said, baby, the neighbor must have been really pissed at Mahogany, girl. Cause you would have thought Mahogany was over there tiptoeing in the tulip with the Jasmine, the neighbor's husband or something. Honey, she really want to tell her story about Mahogany. And not only do Jasmine, meaning the neighbor, honey, she done pulled the husband in too. I said, baby, they must really don't like Mahogany. But Mahogany catching a lot of the heat. And I'm just trying to figure out how come Justin ain't catching the same heat. Because he's the father of those 6 children, as well as her being the mother. That's my dilemma. I'm like, why is he not catching the heat? Her hometown don't push the aesthetics, don't fit the aesthetics Mahogany wants to push. Well, what the aesthetics that Mahogany is trying to push is gonna push her ass back to Virginia one way or the other because she's not living at the level of what she's trying to portray to the internet. Um, anytime you can't even pay for a babysitter and you got to befriend neighbor friends, neighbors across the street, which people do that. People are friendly with their neighbors. I'm not saying that you should never befriend your neighbor. People do that. Um, but Mahogany obviously is not living at the potential that she tries to portray on the internet. So although she may want to stay in Atlanta for the aesthetics of it all, but if things don't start getting better for Mahogany, she's gonna be forced to go back to Virginia because taking care of 6 kids by yourself with no financial support from the ex-husband, the children's father, I mean, that's going to be very overwhelming for Mahogany. Lady T Bug said, I don't even got room in my home for seven people. You said single moms should help other single moms more often, I feel. Janae the GOAT, you should. But the reality is, let me say this to you, Janae the GOAT. You're right. But the reality is you can't help everybody. Because a lot of people don't appreciate help. So you have a lot of people out here that are very ungrateful, right? And unfortunately, sometimes you don't know that until you start dealing with them. So a lot of people are very reserved on extending their help to others because people will shit on you real quick. So a lot of times people just like to protect their peace and just don't be bothered. They ain't got nothing to do with me. They ain't my kids. They ain't my family. And some might say, well, that's being mean. I mean, sometimes you got to just learn how to protect your peace, you know? So to eliminate you getting your feelings hurt, to eliminate you getting done wrong, you got to use discernment when dealing with people. So, I mean, that's just, we don't live in a perfect world, Janae. And what you're saying is definitely true. But some people you just can't help. As much as you want to be a helpful person. The reality, you see it on the internet all the time. You see people scamming on the internet. They coming on here acting like they need help and it's a whole lie. And you see it all the time. So that's my proven point that you can't help everybody just because people ask for help. Sometimes you just have to say, you know what? I really wish I could, but I can't. I'm sorry. Because let's be honest, Mahogany didn't have to befriend the neighbor. Mahogany could have paid somebody. She could have put her kids in daycare. If anytime you could pay $3,000 for hair, makeup, and outfits just for one photo shoot, anytime you could pay $3,000 for one photo shoot, baby, you could have took that same $3,000 and paid your daycare up for, I don't know, a month or two. And then she wouldn't have, if Mahogany would have spent her money on something that would have been more beneficial to her, then she probably wouldn't have to worry about the neighbor coming on the internet blasting her because the neighbor wouldn't have known her business. She did. She used the neighbor and she took her kindness. That was my point to Miss Janae the GOAT. You can't help everybody. I guarantee you. And it's unfortunate. You know how they say one bad apple spoiled a whole bunch? I guarantee you, Jasmine, the neighbor, Mahogany's neighbor, Jasmine, I bet she won't do that again. I bet she won't do it again. Because again, you don't know who you dealing with until you start dealing with them. You have no idea who you're dealing with until you actually start dealing with them. Cancer said if Mahogany was a good mom and did right by her kids, I think her channel could flourish, but she worried about hiding the fact that she's a piece of ish mom. Cancer said, girl, yeah, that's it. And she wants people, Mahogany wants people to drool after her looks and what she, I'm gonna use the word that Nikki's using, the aesthetics of her life, when in all actuality, sits over there doing dirtball bad. Y'all got to understand, Mahogany is not a celebrity. Okay? She is a regular schmegular person who jumped on the internet, and based off the things her and her ex-husband put on the internet, it captured the attention of a lot of people, so it gained her a bigger following. But at the end of the day, Mahogany didn't go to college for what she's doing. She didn't go to, no acting school to become an actress. None of that. She's just a regular schmegler chick. So being a regular schmegler chick, you go through regular schmegler stuff. Let's be honest. Celebrities go through stuff too, but because they have money and some of them have like management companies and attorneys that can help them manage the regular schmegler stuff they go through. No, I don't think she paid her anything. Oh yeah, okay, you found that. Yeah, sometimes Janae, you have to find out the hard way, baby. That's unfortunate. Mahogany messed it up for the next person who really need help. Like I just said, Sunshine. Sometimes one bad apple spoiled a whole bunch. People get burnt one time. Sometimes people will say, you know what, well, that was just that one person. Let me go try that. Maybe I won't have the same experience. And then they find out, oh God, I got the same experience for yet a whole different person. Sometimes people learn on the first go around, and sometimes it takes people two, three times to learn, right? But hopefully Jasmine's husband will deter Jasmine from sticking her neck out there from people that really don't deserve it. Hold on, y'all. All right, you guys, I'm sorry about that. Said, I hope MJ learned from this and never leave them kids at home alone again. I fire could start and they could be. Yeah, that's true. A fire could have started. Um, I'm definitely a first time learner from some BS. Other things I may need a couple times, but for some real BS, I only need once. Right, pretty dope. Right, exactly. Exactly, sis. Hey, Vaughn. Hey, no, I had to put it on mute for a moment. The saying goes, Peter pays for Paul, and Paul pays for all. Right, which I ain't never heard that saying. Okay, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one. So, I like I said, I mean, at this point, me personally, Jasmine, meaning Mahogany's. When I say Jasmine, because I know people might think I'm talking about my jazzy life. I'm talking about Jasmine Mahogany Jackson's neighbor. I think at this point, since you've told us all that you need to tell us about Mahogany, let's be honest. I mean, they weren't friendly for that very long. It wasn't like they was friends for 5, 6 years. Hell, it was barely 6 months. Um, she got to know a lot by living across the street from Mahogany, so she's seen a lot. Maybe I don't know how much Mahogany divulged of her business to the lady, but I think at this point, I feel like Jasmine. I mean, it's like, sis, you done what you had to do, and I'm like, all right, girl, let's move on to something else now. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think Mahogany is gonna kind of come, if she hasn't already. I think I seen that she's supposed to be coming to clear the air, and I'm thinking to myself, this is nothing to clear. Your neighbor had video cam proof that you was leaving those kids home alone. I don't care if you were giving the neighbor access to a video camera so she can watch the kids. It's so funny. Mahogany was like, hey girl, can you watch my kids? Now, you don't have to watch them physically. Like, they don't have to be over here at your house, right? But can you just take this video camera and sit it on your kitchen counter somewhere, or whatever room that you're going to be in? And if you see or hear my kids doing something, just call and let me know. And because Jasmine told the woman, no, I don't want to watch your children from a video camera. I guess that's how her and Mahogany, one of the other reasons, besides the Mike and Ike's, that was one of the other reasons why they basically fell out. And I thought to myself, I said, Mahogany, not you was trying to be slick, sis. So you didn't want the woman to feel like she was basically raising your kids with them physically being in her home. So you said, well, you know what? They ain't necessarily gotta physically be here. Can you just hold on to this video camera and watch them from this video camera? I said, baby, a whole entire ghetto hood ass mess. I thought to myself, Mahogany, if you don't get your ass off this internet and go sit down and concentrate on being more of a mother than a damn content creator, you better. Why does she still have a family pic on her YouTube page? I mean, sis, I have no idea. Maybe it's for the aesthetics of it all. I have no idea. Waffle Toaster said, honestly, I would have said no. Yeah, I would have told her no. Mahogany would have came to my house and said, hey, TMR. Hey, sis, I know your kid's grown and all, but I need you to, can you keep an eye on my 4 or 6 or however many was there that particular day? And I'd have been like, nah, Mahogany, I don't want to be bothered with no little bitty kids today, girl. And Mahogany was like, no, TMR, nah, they ain't got to actually come over. No, girl. Here, I got a video camera. Yeah, you can just watch them you can hear them and see them from this video camera. Yes, Mahogany said, TMR, it's 2025, sis. Yeah, no, they ain't got to necessarily come over. Not, you ain't even got to go over there. Mahogany would be like, TMR, no, just watch the video camera. And I would tell Mahogany, girl, if you don't get your goofy ass up out of my face, I'm not watching your kids from the video camera, from the corner, from my bedroom window. I'm not watching your kids nowhere. If you want me to watch your damn kids, girl, I need payments. And what time you say you gonna be back? Okay, girl. Make sure you're back when you say you gonna be back. Cause if not, these kids will be me and these children will be coming to look for you, ma'am. See, that's how I would have handled her. She couldn't right a virtual baby. You wouldn't have been able to. I would have felt some type of way. Cause what if for one moment I turn my head and something didn't happen and I missed it, and I go back and let's say they out of the frame of the camera. My thing is, where was the camera situated? Was it situated in the bedroom of the kids? But did she make all the kids sit in one room while she was gone? Or did the camera, could you see out in every room? Could you see all over that? I was confused behind that because I said most cameras, typically you see in different areas of the house. So did she have them positioned in one room and had the camera on them? I said, woo, honey, that's a lot right there. Right, Lakeisha? So I was just like, nah. I would have told Mahogany, no, I cannot watch your kids from no damn video camera or any other camera. Either you sit there and watch your kids or take them down with you or pay for somebody to come over here and watch your children. Okay, girl? But Mahogany, see, there you go again. Mahogany was so desperate not to give that girl any money because she know if she would have physically brought those kids over there and be like, hey, can you watch my kids for a couple of hours? By right, you should have offered her a couple of dollars because, again, Jasmine, the neighbor across the street from her, it wasn't like they had been homegirls for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And Jasmine was calling Mahogany kids her little nephews because her and Mahogany had been cool for so long. Mahogany didn't know the girl 5 damn months, right? So by right, Mahogany should have been paying that lady. Be like, hey, girl. And not only that, but I believe Jasmine works a job. So Mahogany should have been like, hey, girl, if I give you X amount of dollars, can you watch my kids for 3 to 4 hours? I have somewhere I have to go, whatever, Then okay. The fact that Mahogany cheap ass didn't even want to pay the lady, you instead of so since you felt like you didn't want to pay her, then you say, well, it's not like my kids are physically in your house. You don't have to give them nothing to drink. You don't have to change no diaper. You don't have, and that's another thing. How did they diapers get? Mahogany was so damn cheap. She said, "Hey, can you just watch them from this camera?" I said, "Bye bye." I said, "Look what 2025 done did." Folks trying to figure out every way possible where they ain't got to spend nan coin. Honey, Mahogany done went over there and propositioned her with the camera. She said, girl, you don't even, they don't got to come over here. Mahogany said, no, girl, they don't got to come over here. Here go a camera. Just watch it. I said, ooh, that is a whole ghetto mess. Yeah, that's crazy, honey. That's crazy. That's crazy. I said, well, I bet Mahogany wish she would have paid somebody now. Ha! I bet you would have. I bet Mahogany wish she would have paid somebody now. Girl. Because if you would have paid somebody, maybe your business would have stayed your business, sis. I'm just saying. Wait a minute, hold on. You said, and Liv has got her chat watching her baby while she takes the dog out. Stella was in the chat. What? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, honey. What did you say? What now? What did you say? You said Liv ass got her chat watching her baby while she takes the dog out and Stella was in the chat. I'm just going to say this, y'all. Times have really changed. Times have really changed. Sean said, yep, sure did. Not you gonna ask your chat while your mammy sitting in the chat with hey, watch my daughter real quick while I take the dog out. So if Kaylani would have reached for something, how would Kaylani respond to discipline? It ain't like the chat could, like it ain't like she can hear the chat. So the chat would have just been typing, Kaylani, get that out your mouth. Kaylani can read. Oh my God. So with Liv Mama being there, if Kaylani would have done something that she didn't have no business doing, so was Liv Mama supposed to call Liv and be like, hey, you might want to get back to the chat. Kaylani over here putting something on the floor in her mouth. Girl, baby, a mess. And she was eating. Oh, the baby was eating? Baby, that's a mess. No, Nikki Wu, they said Liv's life dead. Oh, you said, so Jermaine Dukes asked the chat to watch Stinker while she slept, and Tuna asked her chat to watch the baby while she walked her dog. Child, a mess. Oh, I got one even better for y'all. The other day, Liv was live early in the morning at the Dollar Tree. One of my subscribers came into my DMs and said, girl, I can't believe what I just saw. So I was on Instagram at the time. I said, what's going on? No. Yeah. Anyway, I said, what's going on, sis? They said, why live in the Dollar Tree and saw a drink that she wanted to try? They said the girl, Liv, picked the drink up off the shelf, drunk some of it, put the top back on it, and set it right back on the shelf and walked away from it. Sure did. Said that Olivia opened up the drink, took her a swig of the drink in the Dollar Tree on the Dollar Tree shelf. I guess she didn't like it. Put the top back on it and set it back on the shelf. I said, my God. That is now I ain't gonna call the lady broke, but trifling, yeah. Broke, I ain't gonna call her because she was already in Dollar Tree shopping, so it ain't like she didn't have an extra $1.25. Hey, Flower Patch Girl, we talking about Liv. They said that Liv went to go walk the dog and asked the chat to watch her baby while she went to, and then they said Jasmine went asked the chat to watch Stinkerbug while she take a nap or something. Yeah, they said. That's what my subscriber told me, that Olivia took the bottle off the shelf at the Dollar Tree the other day. This might have been Thursday morning. That she took the bottle off the shelf, took a swig of whatever the drink was that she wanted to try. I guess she didn't like it. Put the top back on it and set it back on the shelf and kept walking through the Dollar Tree while she was on live. Very too old for that. And I just said to myself, see, that's why when y'all get stuff out the store, make sure the seals are not open nor cracked. Because just like Olivia did that, y'all, there's other weirdos that do stuff like that too. So y'all just be careful when y'all go to the store and y'all pulling stuff out the cooler cases or off the shelf. Just make sure y'all make sure the seal hasn't been broken. Because sometimes y'all we get so busy, we just crack stuff open and keep it going. Just not thinking that people are still weird in the world, right? Like weird is still be happening. Yeah, you couldn't believe it. Yeah, Miss TLD, just nasty, girl. I said that's a mess. I said what's I couldn't do nothing but shake my head. I said, baby, it's gotten hard. I mean, it's gotten really bad out here, baby. The world is in a uproar. So let me ask y'all one more question, and then we're gonna get on up off of here. So apparently, Donald Trump is trying to make a law that people who receive Section 8 can only receive the assistance for 2 years. Have any of you guys heard about that? Now, we know that they was trying to do the federal freeze, and all that, and that got rescinded. That didn't happen. But apparently, he's trying to make it to where people who receive Section 8 assistance can only get it for 2 years. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in cahoots with that. However, I'm gonna say this: 2 years, in my opinion, is too short of a time. I personally feel, and I had this conversation with a friend of mine a few years ago. I personally feel 5 years should be the max to receive Section 8. And the reason why I say that is because Section 8 is different than public housing. Public housing essentially is low income housing, and it's only geared for that community that you live in whatever city, state you live in. Section 8 is a program that you can port throughout the 50 United States. So to me, 5 years is more than enough time if you want to go to school, if you want to get some stuff off your credit. What 5 years is more than enough. Anybody can turn their life around in 5 years. There are people that can turn their life around in 2 years. But I feel like 5 years is more than enough. Now, a friend of mine, we were having a debate about it. They was like, well, yeah, I feel like he should limit it to a certain amount of time to allow other people to get on the program. I said, sis, that's not why people be on the waiting list for years and years and years. It doesn't have anything to do with because somebody been raising generation after generation on Section 8. It has more to do with the federal funding to the program that prohibits them being able to give out vouchers to new families, right, to come on to the program. But even with that being said, I personally feel like, even if you're living somewhere and you want to save up enough money so you can move to another state where you feel like you'll have a better opportunity, Section 8 will allow you to do that. Now, public housing, I feel like if you're on public housing and if you want to live there for the next 20 years in the projects, okay, girl, I mean, that's your business. If you want to stay there for 20 years, stay there for 20 years, right? But with Section 8, because it does have the portability access to it, where you can move it from, like if you got it in Tennessee and you want to move to Florida, if you want to move to California, if you want to move to Nevada, if you want to move to Maryland, if you want to move to North Carolina, you can do that with Section 8. So that the reason why I'm saying that is because now you have the flexibility. Like I said, if you see a better job opportunity somewhere and you have the opportunity to uproot your family, maybe you want to save money for a year, and then after that year, you go ahead and make that move. Maybe you want to wait till tax time And say, okay, when I get my taxes next year, I'm gonna take all that money and I'm gonna move my entire family across the United States. We're gonna go from Maryland and we're gonna move to, I don't know, Seattle, Washington, for a better life, a better opportunity. And then let's say you get there and you stay there for a year, maybe two, and then you be like, you know what? I don't think this was a good idea. I'm gonna go back to where I'm from. Now you've exhausted 3 years, but you still got 2 years left on this program, Section 8 program, to get yourself in a better financial situation where you can stand on your feet, right? I personally feel like 2 years is too short of a time, but I think 5 years is a fair time. Anybody should be able to turn their life around in 5 years. And if you ain't turned your life around in 5 years, it says you just sigh and you don't want to. You said, I know people who've been on the wait list for 10 years now in Georgia. It's better to leave the state and go somewhere else and transfer. Yeah, a lot of people do that, Nisha. A lot of people go to other states, smaller cities, and get on the program, because once you do that, after you stay there a year or two, depending on the housing authority, some housing authorities require for you to stay there for a year once you get the voucher. Some require 2 years. However, even after that time, then you could take that certificate and port it back to where you came from, right? Yeah, Sunshine, I believe so too. I think 5 years is a fair amount, but I definitely do feel there should be some sanctions to how long you could be on that program. Because it doesn't make sense if you're going to be on the program for 20 years. Okay, let's just say this, 10 years, and baby, you ain't accomplished nothing, but you done had a bunch of kids. You're not you ain't furthered your education. You haven't tried to get a better job or a job at all. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you got the Jordans sitting in your closet, but that same amount of money that you spent on them Jordans, you don't even have that money in your bank account. Yeah, I think that's a problem. You know? And if the government allows you to get assistance with your rent while you try to better your life, then take advantage of that. And then once they say, okay, your 5 years is up, you be like, all right, government, appreciate you. Let me move on with the rest of my life, because I've been able to secure a house that I'm buying, or I've able to secure a 2 year or a 4 year degree, or if I went and got several certificates where I can be more, accessible and different, more marketable. That's the word I want to use. More marketable in the job force. I used this time where I was getting help with my rent and why I could, take on some extra classes or whatever. I think people should just use that time to better themselves. But the reality is everybody's not like-minded and everyone's not going to think like that. And that's your fault. If you get Section 8 and the government puts in provisions that you could only have it 5 years, and in 5 years you did absolutely nothing. That's being a single mom, a married mom, or whatever, right? If as a single mother, if you sat on that program for 5 years and you did nothing to better your life situation for you and your children, baby, that's your fault. Because I feel like in 5 years, you should be able to turn anything around in 5 years. All right. I'm gone, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all leave your thoughts and opinions about anything we covered in the video. Drop it down below. TMR is definitely going to see y'all in the next one, honey. You said 5 years is the current max for Tana. He's shortening. Oh, he's shortening that too, huh? Huh. I mean, let's be honest. Who's living on TANF in 2025? Let's be honest. Who is living on TANF in 2025? Nobody. How can you? It's not enough. So if he's gonna shorten it, okay. Because look, let them. Y'all should be off that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Who is waiting on a welfare check in 2025? I don't know. It's not enough money. What is it? What you got? One child, two child. What is it? 229. I don't know, y'all. Um, you said what about the elderly? What about the elderly? Well, the elderly is different, sis. The elderly is totally different. Obviously, if so, let's say this: the elderly is different. If you're elderly, if you're over age, whatever the age is for elderly, what 55, 60, 65, that's different because let's be honest, whatever you was going to do with your career, if you ain't done it by now, then you ain't going to get it done, right? And if you're elderly or disabled, so let me say this. I'm sorry, I should have put that. I was just thinking of single moms, our moms, right, with young children and trying to turn their lives around before their children become 18 and grown and out the house. So if you're elderly disabled, then obviously that doesn't apply to you, right? Because obviously if you're disabled, you can't work, right? You can't do anything. So that's different, right? And if you're elderly, more than likely you're retired. So obviously, y'all, without me even saying that, that's different. Okay, that's totally different. We're talking about able-bodied individuals, more than likely moms, because we're a mommy community, so we're speaking to our moms. And it's just, it's just the incentive to get people to kind of get up off their ass and get something done. You know, we live in a world where people don't give a damn about you, right? That's the government, hell, if your family sometimes, yeah. We live in a world where other people don't care about other people's problems. They just care about theirs because more than likely they got enough going on in their own life where they can't really worry about what everybody else got going on. I'm just saying, y'all. So without me saying that, I think I don't know who said that, Michelle or whoever said that. I mean, that's to be understood. If you're elderly, if you're disabled, obviously that conversation doesn't apply to that category of people. That's obvious, right? Without me even saying that, that's just obvious. Um, I was just mainly talking about if you're a working able body individual, be it man or woman, because men can get Section 8 too, right? So, and we got a lot of men who are raising their children on their own. There is no mom. We got a lot of single dads. We just don't got single moms. We got single dads too. So, if you're a single dad or a single mom and you're an able-bodied adult, I feel like 5 years on the Section 8 program is more than fair. That's more than fair. I think so. 2 years, I think, is a little extreme. I don't think that's enough time, because sometimes it take people 2, 3 years to kind of get over what they got going on. And, so I think 5 years is enough time where it doesn't allow you to get comfortable, but it does allow you to know, shit, I'm on a time frame. Let me go on and get this going, before I'm running out of time, before it's over. All right. All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. She Witty TV. Okay, thank you so much. All right, y'all. I'm gonna come back to you guys with another reaction video, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one, honey. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.